Just rearrange it and get rid of all the clutter.
This is why we came back to the Premier League, to draw 1-1 away at Everton. Come on! Welcome back to the Roaring Peacock podcast. We talk about Leeds United, and if you're new here, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. That would really help us
There's
out.
a hype like, isn't there, as well?
Is that what it is?
A hype
us
like.
up.
Hype like.
I'm trying a new setup after all of the disastrous audio for the last 6 years. So hopefully this one is also not working.
Yeah, why change?
My name's Adonis, and you know me as at the Adelites on Twitter. It's a very good hello from me to joining us to discuss this fantastic Premier League game. A game of two halves is Big Mac plus the Prince of Darkness.
What is that? Where's that come from? I don't even know where that's come from. It's because it's Tuesday and I'm not drinking. I'm like the new improved version.
Yeah, this is extra Macca tonight on a Tuesday.
Yes, well, it is extra Macca. It's on a Tuesday, not just a Thursday. There you go.
That's right. No silly stories today. No terrorist organisations. Just
referenced. Just
politics.
Just going to talk about the match review. Keep it simple. No beers tonight as well.
And Barney from the internet at Barney LUFC 21 Barnes.
Oi.
Oi, indeed. Right then. Everton 1, Leeds United 1. First thoughts, gentlemen? Who wants to go first?
Ladies first. Go on, Barney.
Barnes?
Well, if you said at the start of the season 1-1, you'd be happy with that in a away performance. But
at the start of the season?
The start of the season, yeah. But it was one of those games where it was frustration again, where we should have won the game, really. Farke didn't make the changes where he should have done early on in the second half. Everton were on top of us. We were rocking a little bit. It was only a matter of time that Everton were going to score. So all in all, it's a frustration where it could have been a really good win, but it felt like another Newcastle performance where we just didn't get the 3 points that we deserved, really.
We're now top 4 for draws, so that's pretty good. Come on, 8 draws.
You'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. Yeah, it's similar. It's not much you can add to that, is that it's so frustrating because in that first half, you thought it was the team who's just been promoted here. Like, we were so good, like playing some great football, really incisive, dominated all over the pitch. Never really looked. That first few minutes, they had a bit of a goal, didn't they? They got a corner after about 10 seconds. I thought, here we go. And then after that first little, first 5 or 10 minutes, we were just so on top. And we've got a bit of a problem, haven't we? I mean, it's a bit like the run, the 7 games, whatever. We don't win enough of them. I'd rather lose one in there and win 3 than drawing 5 and winning 2. So, yeah, I think it is becoming a slight issue that we can't convert that. And now caveat that by it was massively different second half and probably showed, like Barney says, in the way that Farke against Moyes. Moyes has got so many years of Premier League experience, and Farke hasn't, and it showed because he just outfoxed him. The changes at half time, which Farke would never do. The fact he changed the system to matches. It was time to probably just change it, make it a 4-4-2 straight away. Change it again. Don't let them settle into that because they just dominated us. And I was saying to my lads as we were watching it, it's just a matter of time. 20 minutes before they scored, 15 minutes before they scored, we were saying he's got to change it. Bring some subs on. Aronson was knackered. Stack was knackered. It just was, the ball was just coming back. Calvert-Lewin wasn't getting any joy up top because he was just on his own. Nobody was near him. Just disappointing that we didn't take all 3. You start, 60 minutes gone, you start looking at, oh, great, we level with Tottenham and Palace. We get back to that gap between us and West Ham, and just to throw it away again to a lad who don't look like he's going to score in a brothel. To be fair, it's just disappointing. Letting the cross come in, there's so many disappointments. But like Barney says at the start of the game, if would you taken a draw? I think you probably would.
Yeah, I think the thing is, for me, is like this bit here. It's just so frustrating to see what was clearly needed So Moyes switches it up at half-time and he matches us, right? So they've got win-backs. And their win-backs pin our win-backs and we can't really get out. And they build up all of this momentum. And it was so clearly obvious on about the 60th minute that we needed to change things. And you've got players who are tiring and come back. You talk about Stack, for example, and Aronson. He just brings on Tanaka. But what he does is he doesn't make bold and aggressive changes when we're winning games. So he only ever does that when we're losing.
Reactionary, yeah, absolutely.
And when he does make those bold, aggressive changes, it has often worked. Man City, for example, the gamble of his career, changing to 3-5-2, and not really playing that formation ever, or 3-4-3. And you don't win the game at the Etihad, but it completely transforms the whole season. And Sunderland at home in February last year, and he brings off Tanaka, and he brings off Gruev, and you're thinking, okay, who's he bringing on? Well, Rothwell and Strauch, and you're thinking, how's that going to work? And then they combine for 2 goals and we win the game in the last minute. So he can make bold, aggressive changes, but he never does it when we're winning, when it's so clear. Look at that momentum. That is a massive momentum shift. I mean, the first half, we had 53% possession. In the second half, down to 31%. I mean, a blind dog could have told you he needed to switch things up.
Yeah, I think we've said it before. In game, he's got a problem, isn't he? Whether he just can't see it, or whether he doesn't like changing things too much, or he thinks he trusts the process sort of mentality. It's not about trusting the process at that level. And when a manager, it's a bit like Vieira did, Palace, where he just, like you say, he just changed it, just dink it over the top, just go longer, and completely outfoxed him. And he just seems like he can't react to a reaction. And as you say, I've said it loads of times, games that we're winning that we don't close out, we've been many times, and I know we've, Forest and Villa and stuff, we scored pretty early, so there's a long way to go, so that can happen. But the way we can't manage a game and get a draw where we've lost, get a win where we've drawn, it's chucking away points. I mean, there's certainly an argument to say with some managerial nuance and a bit of nuance in there, and slightly more active in making decisions and being brave, we'd probably be almost safe now. It's disappointing, but it's never going to be easy, was it, this season? I think you've got to be philosophical about the fact that point a game, 14 points, 15 points, 14 points out of whatever's left, 15 games, keeps you up, doesn't it? Probably less. So fingers crossed we don't make a fucking hash of it.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because 15 points have been dropped from winning positions. So those 15 points that we need, that you were talking about, we could have had them. We could have had them, and we're second only 2 points dropped from a winning position to Bournemouth, who've dropped 18 points from winning position. So we're drawing too many games that we should be winning, I think, and that's a little bit the worry. And the worry for me as well is that there are no runaway teams at the top of the Premier League who are going to get a century of points again this season. It's probably 75 points or something like that is going to win it. So that means that there are teams near the bottom who are going to be picking up points, and it might mean that 40 points won't be enough, and it would be very, very, very Leeds to get 40 points and not stay up. So one comment already. Nora says, "Hey everyone, we should probably have promoted."
Don't even. I'm not even going to start with you two. You pair of clowns. Got all these bloody followers on linked. Social media, and you just don't bother telling them. Tell them what you've had for your tea and how many shits you've had in a week, but you fucking don't tell them about the podcast we've done for 6 years. What the fuck?
So stories from the game then. Dalla, should we just go 1 to 11 and give them a rating maybe?
Quick one.
Carl Darlow out of 10. Barney, what do you think of Darlow?
A 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'll go 7.
Saves. He didn't have to be honest, he didn't have to do a lot, did he?
Really? 7.5. 7.5. That save he made was class. It probably would have got ruled out for offside, which is the irony, but still a fantastic save. And it does sort of fill me with confidence. Apart from he has per game, he has at least 2 where he just goes nuts and comes out to get a ball he doesn't need to come and get. And when he got in Gruev's way, there was a few. But he's clean. He catches the ball cleanly. He looks confident. He's mobile. He's quick. I think his distribution is just miles away from Perry and Meslier. It's miles better than either of those two. So yeah, a lot of positives. 7.5.
7.5 for Carl Darlow, and SofaScore has given him 7.2. It's a nice psychologically satisfying number, isn't it? 7 out of 10. Because 6 out of 10 implies bad or okay, and 7 out of 10 implies you're just sort of good enough, but you haven't overwhelmed me.
Well, it's like when he had his spellings at school, and if you got 7 out of 10. Your parents would be like really happy. Oh, you've done really well. If you got like a 6 out of 10, it sounds like you've not tried. You've not done a lot of revision there, and you just scraped through, just past 50%.
And they'll never know how many you've guessed.
Yeah.
Sebastian Bornau.
I'm beginning to quite like him.
I thought it was good.
I think that he's a decent addition, decent squad player. I worry about his pace because he hasn't got a lot of pace about him. But he's clever what he's doing. And I've noticed with the back 3 that we had yesterday, we have a lot of people organising stuff a lot of the time. And where Bornau was in the centre, he had a lot to cover because half the time Rodon was on the wing a lot of the time. So I was impressed with him, to be fair. So I'd give him 6.5.
Okay,
yeah, 6.8, and I thought he was at fault for the goal. I thought if it had been Beale in the middle, he'd have got to that first, and that was lack of pace and lack of awareness that he'd made a run on him, and by the time he'd realised he was going near post, he was a bit late and he didn't get his foot to it. So yeah, 6.8. I thought other than that, he was pretty solid.
Feel free to drop your scores for each player in the chat. Joe Rodon.
Yeah, good 7. 7.3. 7.3.
7.8. 7.8. Just again, it doesn't look out of his depth even in the Premier League.
That's good.
Within the first 5 minutes, he's already put in a face where he's got some sort of injury or he looks.
He was. Every time he took a throw in, I thought his hamstring was going to go because he's stretching his hamstring out and grimacing and stuff. But he spent all his Leeds career doing that, so I'm kind of used to it now.
Yeah,
he took a few throw-ins as well. So.
He did. Every time I thought something's going to pop here.
New Rafinha. The Rafinha trend continues from Joe Rodon. Bornau got 7.0, by the way, SofaScore, and Rodon got 6.7. I guess I could put these up on the screen, but then you'd know.
No,
so
don't.
Let's do
it's going to
blind.
influence our votes.
Pascal Strout.
It was just an all right game for him. I thought I'd probably give him 6. Just did what he's good at. Really, I noticed that we do that man-to-man marking, don't we, with our centre backs, which does work a lot of the time. But if I'm going to go on to it about Arsenal. If we do that against Arsenal, we're going to get ripped apart. So that sort of worries me about a lot of that sort of tactic that we use. But he's good. No. He's good at that man-to-man marking, striker. He always has been.
6.2, and that's been a bit generous, I think. I thought it was a bit. He had moments last night where I thought it was a bit. Don't know, not jittery, but a bit. Yeah, not very composed, and I just think he's better than what he's showing sometimes. Again, carrying the ball and being a bit more decisive with passes and not just lumping it at times. I think that's probably a decision that the manager might make to go a bit longer. And he has got a decent left foot on him, but yeah, there's times where I think he's just easy option. So yeah, probably somewhere around the early 6s.
our third highest rated defender, and you've run his name through the dirt.
What did football give him?
Surface score.
Really?
Yeah. So 17 defensive contributions, 12 clearances. I do think there were a lot of times. What annoyed me about him last night was there were times where he just chest it, don't head it back because you just lose. There was no pressure under him. Just take a step back, chest it, control, pass.
That's the composure thing.
Giving the ball away too much. But 4 of 4 ground duels won, 5 aerial duels, 4 of 5 won. So he's done quite well there. James Justin.
I like James Justin. He's quickly turning into my favourite players. I'd go 7.2. He's probably better than that, actually. I don't know.
I'd go 7.
Stop asking me.
I'd go 7.4. He doesn't speak like a footballer either, does he? He sounds like he should be some sort of a rugby union player.
Yeah, I know what you mean, actually. Or like on Hollyoaks or something.
Yeah,
he does. Yeah, he talks really, really quietly and quite gently, and he's got like quite well spoken. But I heard somebody saying, I can't remember who it was now. Was it? Oh, it's Bell and fucking Jimmy Floyd Piggybank on it that was saying that. You know, when he was supposed to be going to be the next big thing, wasn't he? He was like, lauded as going to be an England superstar. And when they were in the England camp for Southgate and injuries blighted him, and he said after the game that he felt as good as he felt fitness wise and likes where he is. And he obviously has got a lot of qualities off the pitch as well, from what people were saying, about leadership and gives you everything he's got, and wants to win and takes defeat personally. And I think we need more people like that, definitely. And no, I really like him. I was being a bit mean there because I think he's probably at least as good as, well, better than. I thought Rodon was quite good last night, so probably at least as good as Rodon, if not a bit better. I like him a lot. It's obviously the goal. Yeah, in fact, I'm being a fucking idiot. 7.5 just for the goal. In fact, 7.8. Fuck it.
Yeah.
He wins a lot and he drives forward. Good boy.
Yeah, 7.7 from SofaScore. Obviously, you do get if you score a goal, your stats get bumped up a little bit.
I completely forgot he scored the goal.
Yeah, I thought he looked a bit awkward to me, but maybe it's just because Goodmanson's been so good. But he doesn't. I was thinking, he doesn't have much of a left foot because he's taking everything on his right, and he didn't look comfortable on his left. And then he scored with his left, so it didn't matter.
Then he smashed one in with his left. Yeah. Yeah.
Of
No, I
course
like
he
him.
did.
I like him a lot. I thought he was really good. I thought there was a couple of times really tight when we played that sort of one-touch tick-attack of football down the left-hand side. Considering he's not left-footed, I thought he was class. Him, Aronson, and I can't remember who else was sort of joining in stack, and Calvert-Lewin. I thought they were brilliant. They looked great in the first half.
Right, continuing with the wing backs then on the other side, Jayden Bogle.
I thought he was poor last night, mate. I thought his decision making with poor, his passing was poor. He was a bit hesitant at times. I don't think he got forward great. So 6.
Barnes?
I'd say 6.5. There was one bit where, where we do that whatever you call it, interlocking passing. That's not the right term, but when the wing backs and Rodon was running for the 1-2 and it didn't happen, he was absolutely fuming with him. Because he was on there as well.
There was loads like that. If you watch the game, 3 or 4 people did that, and he didn't play the ball, and just a little bit hesitant. I don't think he got forward. He didn't commit enough. He wasn't brave enough at times. So, yeah, 6 is definitely about par, I think.
Yeah, Aronson annoys me sometimes as well.
Don't even start me off.
To be fair. Bogle 6.7. So only 1 of 4 aerial duels won. Not surprising, really. 3 of 10 ground duels won. So not fantastic. Dribble pass once, and he made 4 fouls. So not especially brilliant.
His positioning was poor last night.
Yeah, it wasn't.
His positioning wasn't great, and especially when they went. Matched our system. He just didn't seem to know what he should be doing. So yeah, that was.
I think the thing with Bogle is I remember pre-season he was our best player.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
By a mile.
And is quite a lot.
Yeah, and he ripped Man United up in Stockholm. It was a thing of beauty to watch. Nora says Bornau is an 8. 6.2 what? Yeah, we did like Bournemouth. I mean, they made a few. I think there was one-on-one. There was a player through. I think it was Barry, and he sort of shoulder barged him, shepherded him out, and won a goal kick.
Yeah, no, he got in that position. Yeah, he got in that position because he let him turn him. Quite, he dived in and got turned. He made up for it, which is great, and he did make a really good block as well. So my memory's like an 8-year-old man, so I forget stuff that's happened, and then people remind me and go, "Oh yeah, I mean, I forgot James Justin scored, so you've got no chance of remembering Bernal doing some good stuff."
Right, we're racing through these player ratings. Then.
We're not.
Ampadu,
very good.
Usual 7.
I'm going to say 7.9.
7.2 from SofaScore. Yeah, I mean, he's consistent, isn't he? I mean, you said it, Barnes, the usual 7. He's just 7 every single time. Ilya Gruev.
Poor for him last night, I thought. Hence, getting took off, I'd probably go 6.7.
I can see why Gruev starts. I
can for the press and the work rate.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
The work rate. He's probably the best presser we've got in that team. He starts a lot of that stuff, that pressing, because the way Farke plays, he has always one that starts the press and that people follow him about. And he's like a really annoying blue bottle. He's everywhere. Like, just think, fuck off, kind of thing. But he's just there in people's faces all the time. So I'd say 7.5. I like him. I know there's a lot of people debate out about him, but I like him a lot.
I think he's converted me a bit recently because he has made those performances. He looked good on the ball. I mean, he played Aronson in at Newcastle, but he's on the ball. He's just poor sometimes. And there was a ball that went up in the air. We needed to keep the ball for a bit. They'd had loads of possession, and he chested it down, and it went 10 feet away from him. He couldn't adjust his feet. He received the ball a load of times last night, and all he needed to do was either first time or 1-2 touch, play it, and we had gaps and people making runs, and we were going to expose him, and he can't do it. It's like he just slows it down a lot, and couldn't adjust his feet quick enough, and not scanning enough, not got enough guile, and it's frustrating. It's not his fault because he's sort of limited in that respect, and I do think he's got strengths that we do benefit from, but I'm very often, not always, frustrated with him on the ball.
Yeah. Nice shot, though. Nearly went in.
Yeah, that was really good, yeah.
So SofaScore says 6.4. I didn't think he was too bad today, last night, sorry. He
got hooked off, didn't he?
Yeah, quite a lot of good passes. He just seemed to run out of steam.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, definitely.
Brendan Aronson. Aronson again. Ole.
First half 9, second half 4. It was like Brendan Aronson from the last 6 weeks, first half, and Brendan Aronson from fucking last year in the Championship, second half. I thought it was fucking tremendous in the first half, really good, and then I don't know what went on the second half. It just seemed to run out of steam, or physically not 100% or whatever, but he kept running down blind alleys again and getting the ball took off him and knocked over and weak, and just like the Aronson we know and hate. Overall, I don't know. 6, too many points in it. If it was just 6, 7, or 8, I'd be all right. 6.9, I'll be generous because of the first half performance. No, in fact, if I go 7, fuck it.
6.9 from Macca. Barnes?
I'm going to go 7.2 because I think with Aronson, we said before, he's a confidence player. The first half was really good. I think sometimes if he's just natural with what he's doing, he's all right. In the second half, it was one of those Aronsons when he's trying too hard, and that's when he ends up like taking too many touches on the ball and running down blind alleys. So I think he was trying too hard to like do something. But I also have noticed the last 2 games that teams have realised that he's probably our dangerous player, so they're putting 2 or 3 players on him, and he's going to have to get that trained out of him, thinking of what he needs to do about that, because at the moment there's 2 players on him, and he's trying too hard to make it too complicated rather than just making that simple pass.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, that's what you see, and that is reflected in the stats, because he had 5 dribbles last night, and none of them were successful. But his passing was great, and passing in the opposition half, 15 out of 16, 94% accuracy, and some really great, nice little through balls as well. So I feel like, maybe he just can't dribble. Maybe he's not Ronaldinho. He probably never will be, even though he's improved a bit.
No, he's got much better, and I don't want to chastise him. It's if you look at the run against West Ham, when he's running at pace and he's decisive and he's not having too many touches, he's kind of going into areas and he's having one or two touches into area and doing it with very little thought. Almost instinctively, he's okay. It's when he gets the ball and he's got time, and he, like you said, Barney, there was 2 or 3 of them, and he turns his back to the rest of the team, so he's got no options other than to run towards the touchline. He's going to get physically bullied, and he's got no options. He can't touch it, lay it off, make another run. The thing about him, he's got quality in as much that if he could lose, draw a couple of people, lose it, make the run again, people can't keep up with him sort of effort and fitness wise. But he doesn't help himself. How nobody, this is what frustrates me about football, modern day footballer sometimes, how nobody is telling him, don't isolate yourself on the pitch, always have options around you. And when you do get the ball, drive, because he's picking up free kicks left, right and centre. He is getting fouled because he's going at pace. But the minute he slows down, he's fucked, because people just knock him off the ball, pinch it from him. And he gave the ball away quite a lot in the second half that led to the goal. I can't remember, but I'm sure he lost the ball in the build up to the goal, or didn't track back, and there was quite a few instances of that as well.
We lost Barney there for a second, but he's back. I don't mean in the conversation. I mean in the stream. Yeah. Nora says, Ewan being very generous today. You know why? Because you haven't had a drink.
It's not drinking, yeah.
I'm usually more generous when I've had a drink. I don't know. Maybe just I don't want to. Listen, I thought they played well overall, so I'm not going to be too harsh on them. I thought Bogle, like I say, was poor. Gruev, Aronson second half were the ones that stood out in regards of not being up to scratch, but everybody else seemed okay.
Okay, Anton Stack. 2 more to go. I'm just going to do the starting lineup, and we can talk about the players.
8.
Yep.
8 for me, easily. I thought he was best player. If he could play for 90 minutes at the same pace, I don't know if that's possible, because he's so strong on the ball. He's so great at breaking play up, and he's just good. He's just turned into the player we thought we'd bought, and he's done that quite consistently now. And considering it's his first game back after injury, I thought it was great. So I'll go 8.2 actually.
Okay, 8.2, Barnes.
I don't know. There was just. We've said he's like our Declan Rice, sort of that box-to-box midfielder. He likes to create stuff.
And he's called Ant.
Yeah.
Imagine if they play together, it'd be Ant and Deck.
100%.
That's what's going to. On Saturday. There you go.
See in the future when he has a really good game against Arsenal, wins it for us, and they buy him next season.
But there's certain games like yesterday where he's the sort of player you just want to grab the game by its neck and come on, let's just calm it down a little bit. And he just sometimes he goes missing a little bit too much for me. Where he's the sort of player that you'd expect to step up a little bit, because he's probably the level above the certain players around him on that team. So I was a little bit good, really good again, but was expecting more from him yesterday in a game that was lacking quality at times.
Mm.
Yep, 7.5 from SofaScore rating. Not quite the highest rated Leeds player. 11 defensive contributions. Yeah, aerial duels, he won all of those, obviously being 6'5". But he did quite well passing as well. 13 of 19 accurate passes, but crucially 2 key passes, 2 big chances created, and expected assists of 0.38. So very, very good from Anton. And finally, Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
7.5. I thought he was good on his own. Didn't get. Second half was really hard.
Yeah.
Really difficult, and I thought he did brilliantly. It's really just to keep going, and he wins a lot of stuff. Might have been a bit cruel on him there. 7.8.
Ooh.
Thought he was very good. That was great.
That's a very high mark. Barnes?
I'm going to go about 7. I think that he didn't have the quality of the quality from the players around him last night, unfortunately. And it was a great battle between him and I can't hardly pronounce his name, the centre back, their captain.
Tarkowski.
Yeah,
Tarkowski.
I thought it was a really good battle between them two because obviously they've played with each other over years, so it was a good battle, and you could tell they were having a bit of a laugh with each other as well. I think he just got cancelled out of the game. I think Everton realised that if you cut off the supply to Calvert-Lewin, we're not going to be able to win those duels, and that's what happened in the second half. It was even Moyes said after the second after the game, he said that because what we were really good in the first half was winning those second balls, and that's when Calvert-Lewin comes into his own. And second half, we weren't having that, and he went missing a little bit because he just didn't have the service he needed.
Yep, 5.5 from.
Bloody hell. Horrible bastards.
For score, and I think what caused him to get such a low mark is the aerial duels. So of 17 aerial duels, he only won 4 of them, and to me, it came, he didn't show you the pressure that he put on, and the stats don't reflect that. I think he did. He really did work hard, and he ran a lot, but they knew his game inside and out, and it's just a shame that he didn't score, because I think, that in many ways that performance there would have deserved it. Would have deserved a goal. It would have been nice for him as well, nice for us, and we should have pressed the advantage when we had the chance. Right, a couple of your comments then. Jane, good evening.
All right, Mum.
Bornau had a hard job to do and was brilliant until the last 15 minutes when he was exhausted. And Rich O66F6J, fantastic name. Everton fan, season ticket holder. We were for the taking first half. We were awful. And that's the thing, we didn't press home that advantage when we had the chance to be.
No, that's the problem. We need to get, like West Ham the other day. They haven't had many high points in the season, but when they were on top, they scored 3 goals, and you sort of feel like we could have done that last night without being greedy, and we just don't. We don't get the second and the third that kills the game. It's always one, and games in the balance, isn't it?
So that is the Sofa score lineup there. So Darlow 7.2, Strauch 7.3, Bornau 7.0, Rodon 6.7. Anyway, they're all there. And the highest scorer is James Justin, according to...
What did they score the subs? I don't want to go through it in detail, but I thought Tanaka was really poor.
Really poor, yeah.
Tanaka 6.6, actually. Longstaff was 6.4, which is surprising to see because he was only on 5 minutes.
Okafor needs to do better for me. Brand new. Okafor, always unremarkable. Longstaff with that shot probably should have done better. Should have carried the ball into the box and committed somebody rather than trying to score a worldie. Thought Tanaka's just looked well off it. I don't think he's happy me. I see the way when Farke comes on the pitch even after a win, and he tends to go up to players, put an arm around them, say a few. He always looks like he's thinking "fuck off." But I'm not sure if he's happy. I think if somebody came for him, he might. Yeah, he might.
I think he's one of those players that has to start the game to get into the game. I don't think he's one of those players that just couldn't come on and do something. I think he needs to be getting, because even in the Championship there were certain times where he was a little bit off it in the first 10 minutes or so, and then all of a sudden he was a different player. I just don't think he's that type of player that can come on and do something.
It's hot and cold, isn't he, Tanaka?
Yeah.
I mean, he goes through these runs where he's just, looks like a 30-40 million pound midfielder, scoring long range shots and beautiful passes, really sharp on the ball, sharp little movements, controlling the ball, shrugging defenders off, really strong as well, and then doing everything he can in and out of possession. And then other days it's like he can't make basic passes.
He was poor last night. That through ball that he got on the edge of the area was overhit. Was just, there was a few chances in the second half when we did get a bit of momentum, and he was kind of like instrumental in them going wrong, which is unlike him. So
Jane says why he didn't make changes at 75 minutes when they were all clearly exhausted and sitting deeper and deeper. I really don't understand. And that was the tale of the game, really, for me. Is Daniel Farke, not responding to a very wily old fox, David Moyes. Right, ref watch. What did we think? Anything to say about the ref? Did we care about him at all?
No.
I thought he started poorly, didn't he? I think he gave a lot of stuff to them and didn't give us much and missed quite a bit of stuff. But overall, he was fine. I think we can't blame the ref for,
He didn't make any
losing
massive
momentum.
howlers, did he?
No, I mean, I think sometimes you forget who it was, the ref, and you kind of can't say anything negative, which suggests that they've done okay, because it's when they stand out and you know exactly who refed it and, can pick out numerous mistakes that they make. But no, I thought he was okay.
Yeah, he was annoying me throughout the entirety of the 90 minutes, but I can't really remember any big howlers. So
Well, the thing is,
probably
the thing
just
is,
always annoyed.
Yeah, I think I just hate refs. It's like Americans. Nobody's going to ever convince me that Americans are decent folk, and they can't convince me that anybody who wants to be a ref's normal. But I think that the thing about him is what's he called? Is it Madley? Is it the other
Simon
Madley?
Hooper.
Oh, Hooper. Sorry. I think the thing with
Short
he was
lad.
he was
struggling
really
with hair.
annoying. Yes,
follically challenged,
horizontally challenged, and belly challenged as well. He looked a bit rotund at points, didn't he? I don't know if you noticed, but even the linesmen were all the same. It's like they'd been to the same barbers and have the same diet. They were all like slightly out of shape bald blokes. In fact, might have been me. But I think the thing was that with him, he annoyed the Everton fans more. I don't know if that Everton lad's still on, but they were absolutely fucking furious with him, booing him and shouting handball at any given occasion. And I don't think Everton are that sort of crowd to try and get a ref to turn and kind of give him more decisions. I think they genuinely thought some of his decisions were really poor. I didn't think he made any decisions either way. Like he wasn't particularly assertive or great at managing the game or picking out the right decision sometimes. There was a couple of bits, but nothing monumental. So yeah, just let him go. Let him go free this week. I'm sure he'll come back to haunt us at some point. The twat.
Brilliant. Magic moment, Barney.
Oh, there was a magic moment.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw it when Ampadu was going to take one of his throw-ins.
Oh yeah.
The crowd started saying something to him, and then he started having a conversation with him and started laughing with it. And then before he did it, he said, "Watch this one." When he started throwing it in, I thought, that's typical Ampadu, isn't it? It's having a bit of banter. Yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
George W. Bush, that.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Now watch this drive.
Yeah, he's a good player. I like him a lot, me. I think he's great. It's hard not to like him, and I think probably as an away fan, it's hard not to like him because he's not a knobhead, and he gives everything done here and his heart on sleeve, but he's also relaxed enough to have a bit of banter with the crowd and what have you. It's not the first time he's done that either, because when he takes them at Ellen Road in front of the West Stand, where often the away fans are, I've seen him having a bit of banter with him there as well. So
he's the mould of a Leeds United midfielder. I mean, really, he is like. He's like the heart and soul of the club. He gets the culture. He is the culture, and he reminds me of Gary McAllister or midfielders of Leeds United past. I mean, he's the central cog that makes everything else work. And I'm not even sure we'd have got promoted without him.
And also, I think it was big shoes to fill from taking over from Cooper being club captain as well. Where yeah, there was that debate with Cooper as a player, but he was a great captain for the club. So I think it was big shoes to take over, and he's not just like taking the armband and this is what I am. He's I don't know what's the word. He's like, yeah, he's done well. Lost my trail of thought there.
He's a class. This podcast is only going to get more amnesiatic.
You two are a lot younger than me. Fucking don't look at me.
As we go on, isn't it?
I've not had a drink. That's probably why.
100%.
Yeah, I think Ampadu's a significant upgrade in quality on Cooper.
Oh yeah,
massive, yeah.
And I think that makes a big difference as well. Because then he's inspirational and he's leading from the front and by example. Right, magic moment, Macca.
It wasn't a game of great quality, was it? I thought it was quite a good game end to end and lots of like tension in it and peril and what have you. Genuinely thought we'd get all 3 points last night. So I think it's between two. I'm going to go for the goal. Obviously, it's a bit of a cheap cop out, but I can't think of anything that was wonderful otherwise. I'd have loved Calvert-Lewin to put that one in where he hit the post, of course, but nearly magic moment. Yeah, I just loved the goal, the way we created that space, that chance. They did it as well, but there was loads behind the fullbacks. You know, if somebody was making that run between the centre, the sort of third centre back on the left hand side, right hand side, behind the wing back, there was so much joy there. And that's how we got both chances, you know, the Calvert-Lewin one and the goal. So I thought the whole link-up play, the ball, it was Bogle on it, and Stack running, the initial ball to Bogle from Stack making the run, getting it back, great cross, great play from Calvert-Lewin to, distract everybody to the front post, and what a fantastic finish from a young man that, I really like Justin. I think he just sounds like a great lad, good character, won't let you down, gives it all, cares that we didn't win, wants to do well, impress, and really glad he got his goal. So yeah, the goal.
And I've got to pick something different. So I'm going to pick Buonanotte's debut. It was something that had everything, bit of everything. Silky skills. He's clearly got a wand of a left foot. So the talent is definitely there. But there was an interesting little Adrian type bit of Oscar-worthy play acting when he took one to the face and then threw himself to the floor. But the thing I liked about that is that all of a sudden, when he realised that we were on the attack and the ball was coming towards him, made a miraculous recovery. It was like Lazarus. That story. That's a story from the Bible where there's a fella dies and Jesus lays his hand on him and he's suddenly awake again. Anyway, and then he has a shot and wins the corner. So a bit of everything. When he kicked the ball away, threw the ball away, ridiculous, stupid, awful. Gets himself a yellow card. So he was only on the pitch 5 minutes. So that was my
eventful. Eventful 5 minutes.
Fantastic. He could be a good player for us because I think he gives us something different. As long as he
100%.
Maybe just rein in the play acting and
the Latin theatricals.
The silly yellow cards, because we've done quite well with our discipline this season. Very, very few yellow cards or red cards. Right, man of the match. Maka, do you want to go first?
I'd probably say Stack. Just when he's on, I mean, I do think, like Barney says, he can have patches where he's off, but I thought he was really good last night. And when he's on, he's great. He's running with the ball, it's fantastic. It don't like anybody can get near him. He's powerful, direct. His passing was good last night. He obviously got indirectly or directly assist. I do think he could do better from outside the box. I think the thing with him, I think there is room for improvement. I do think he will get better. But I just liked watching him last night. I thought he was probably one of the most impressive players. Like I say, was quite a scrappy sort of end to end, lacking in quality game. I thought he was a sort of shining light for us. Yeah, I liked him.
Okay, Anton Stack is Mac's choice, and Barnes.
It's just one of those games that didn't really it's a bit wasn't it? It was a bit. There's no one that really.
It's a 1-1. It's as good as a victory, an away draw at Everton.
But it just didn't have any moments or anything. It was a goal from each team. It lacked quality. It didn't really have anything like, oh wow, yeah, I'm going to take something from that sort of game. So I'm just going to be me and say Aronson just for the first half performance.
Wow, you left me Justin. Thanks, Barnes. Thank you. Say James Justin, right? He's the new Stuart Dallas. Plays at centre back, plays at right wing back, can do a job at left wing back. I thought we were going to really struggle without Goodmanson, and that first 5 minutes, you can see it on the momentum chart. I mean, Everton had it all their own way, early corner, all of that. Crowd started to get up a little bit, and Justin looked a bit uncomfortable on that left-hand side. It seemed like he wasn't going to be able to make a pass or even touch the ball with his left foot. But he did well, solid, got the goal, nice late run into the box, perfectly timed. A perfect dummy by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Definitely meant that. And then Aronson went towards the ball. He was like, "Oh, is this mine? Is this my opportunity?"
Little young twat.
And then thankfully backed off and let the adult down that left-hand side take responsibility. And James Justin and we've already talked about it before. I mean, he sounds like an actor. He sounds like somebody from from Hollyoaks or Skins. The older brother from Skins or something. Brilliant, lovely, very good.
I do think as much as we've criticised the lack of moments and sort of thing, there was quite a lot of times in the first half where I was cooing and some of the tackles and competitiveness and winning stuff, and just some of the football was fantastic. Direct and accurate passing and inspired stuff and quite inventive, and the fact that we don't seem brave enough to keep it going, and again couldn't react to their changing system and what have you. I do think first half was a really, really good away performance, probably as well. I mean, if you look at the stats for like shots on goal, I don't think Everton have conceded that many shots on goal and conceded that much possession to an away team in this season. So it's usually really tight affair at Everton, isn't it? And I thought we were excellent, really expansive, really economical with everything that we did. And apart from that first sort of, like you say, 5 or 10 minutes, I thought we were really, really good. Such a shame that it didn't lead to more clear chances. And that's the problem. Final third's an issue because we need to be more, incisive and a little bit more, what's the word? Not as profligate with some of the chances that we create and not making something of it, because we're disappointed. I was disappointed to go in at 1-0 at half time. I thought we were well worthy of at least another, if not a couple.
Yep, Everton have only conceded 10 plus shots in the first half of matches twice in the Premier League this season, and both times were against Leeds United. Once at Ellen Road in August. That was the first game of the season. 12 shots. We were electric in that first half.
Same. It was the same start. Yeah.
And 10. Okay, a few of your comments then, and then we'll move on to Arsenal quickly. And what's your thing? Roger Slicker.
Yeah.
Fantastic name. It doesn't take long for the Farke doubters to voice their opinions. Our fans are so divided. I think he deserves a lot of praise, and I feel like we give him a lot of praise when he deserves it, and when he needs to be criticised, we do that as well. But there are people, obviously, who get very emotional about these things. Not us, though. We're logical 100% of the time. James Justin scored twice. Let's not get carried away. Okay, and a word on Pundit Watch then. Just a quick word on Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Did you enjoy listening to Jimmy's insights?
Switch off.
He doesn't have a fucking clue, does he? There's that, the amount of money people spend on Sky Sports week in, week out to watch in-depth sort of analysis. And there's nothing about it. It just doesn't, it's nothing. He could be on a podcast with 100 people watching him and no one would think what he's talking about. He just talks absolute shite. There's no sort of in-depth.
Sounds familiar.
It's just, there's nothing. I think the only reason they put him on sometimes, we need an ex-Leeds player. He'll do.
Right.
Yeah. I don't even consider him an ex-Leeds player. It's like one of them. I think, why is he there? Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot he played for us and then fucked us over, the Judas bastard. Yeah, fucking. No, I'm not interested. Who was the other pundit? Because who was on? Oh yeah, again, just goes around me. What about who was the on commentary? Because whoever the player was fucking mind-numbingly boring. And
it's him that done like Leeds.
it's not
Sheffield
Hinchcliffe.
Wednesday. Hinchcliffe, yeah.
How is it him? Yeah. Well, he played for Everton, didn't he? So I don't like him. I didn't sound like him last night, but he's Belland. I'm just looking at Rogers. Is it Roger Slicker or Rogers Liquor? I'm not sure, but James Justin scored twice. What did I miss something?
Oh, I think maybe in his entire career, is it? Or I don't know what he's talking about.
No, his entire Leeds career.
I just kind of ignored that comment, to be honest with you. Let's have a look. Okay, so he's scored six goals.
Loads of goals.
For Luton, 6 for Leicester, and once for...
Must have been for Leeds.
Leeds United.
Yeah, he's not played much, and he's a fullback. He's not renowned for his goal scoring, but he scored some important goals, hasn't he? 2 good goals.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's right-footed, playing left wing back. A bit of a utility player. Thought he's done
good on him.
Well.
Good on him. Me too.
Rightio. Okay, moving on. Arsenal, very quickly then. How are we feeling about Arsenal on Saturday at 3 p.m?
Winning.
Yeah, they're having a bit of a wobble, aren't they?
They are having a wobble and lacking a little bit in confidence, and things are starting to get pretty serious now because if they fuck it up again, wow. The eternal bottlers, aren't they? If they managed to blow this one, because there was one point where it looked done and dusted. I don't know. I get a feeling for certain games, and I just feel like it's not going to be the same game it was at their place. And if we can frustrate them and stay in the game, I think anything's possible. So we just got to go out and give a good account of ourselves. But I genuinely don't know why. I thought we'd win last night, and I was pretty disappointed we didn't. And I just had a feeling about Arsenal as well. So let's put it right by beating Arsenal on Saturday. Tough game, of course, but not out of the question.
Score prediction? Well, you have a think, Barnes.
3-2 Leeds.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah, like Max said, it's not going to be a game it was like it was playing away. My only worry is that the fact that they're lost against Scum, they want to go out and prove a point that they're not losing it. 3 o'clock kickoff's going to help. It's at home, so everyone's going to be tanked up, and these are the sort of games that you want to be back in the Premier League to play these sort of games, playing teams like Arsenal. But I must admit that the team that Arsenal have got, you're expecting a little bit more from them. And against Scum, they seem to lose it a little bit. I don't know, tactics-wise, or players just lost the bottle a bit. And I think if you get in the faces, first 10 minutes or so, some of those players aren't going to like Ellen Road. So you never know. Keep in the game in the first half and see what happens in the second half. But I'll be honest, I think we'll lose. But I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be by the odd goal. I don't think it's going to be a heavy defeat. But I think we'll lose the game, unfortunately, because the
quality. Barney, you miserable bastard.
But if you just watch Arsenal, they're just so technically better, aren't they? The way they pass the ball, the way they find the space as well. I just think that, it worries me a little bit, but I think we'll be all right. I don't think we'll get battered, but I think we'll still lose.
Yeah, I have to agree with Barney. I think I think there's a world in which we get a result, but we're talking like 5 times out of 100 probably with this team in this form. I mean, they've finished second last 4 seasons, something like that, and
so they've got to drop a few points in the next few games, haven't they, for that to happen again? So let's be optimistic. I can't believe I'm the happy clapper in the room.
You are. You're the happy clapper.
Harbinger of death, the fucking Prince of Darkness, and suddenly fucking Mr. Positive. Who would have said we were going to beat Chelsea at home? Draw with Liverpool.
Chelsea are basket case, though, aren't they? And Liverpool are the Liverpool they were last season.
Yeah.
No, well, that's it. You said I don't think any of them are anywhere near as good as they were last season. So I think there's going to be. You said it before. There's going to be some. Nobody's going to run away with it. So there's going to be some drop points. I just fancy us to cut it up on Saturday. If we can get stuck into them and we get a decent ref and the crowd are up for it, and they don't get an early goal, I think anything's doable. It's fingers crossed.
Yep. So their last away Premier League game was at Nottingham Forest, where they drew 0-0. So there is previous, but I do feel like, you know, they are the kind of team that bounce back. But can they just leave it alone and bounce back against Sunderland
Next week, there you go.
Yeah, please.
I tell you what,
Thank
Sunderland getting sucked back in as well, aren't they? It's getting
And Palace
tight.
going to happen.
Crystal Palace.
Always going to happen. Palace, yeah.
They're fucked. They are fucked.
Rightio. Did we get a score prediction, Barnes? Did we get a score prediction,
2-0.
Mecca?
2-0.
2-0 to
Arsenal. Yeah.
To Arsenal.
I was going to say
Opportunity
2-1
there.
because I said it was only going to be 1 goal difference in it. So 2-1 Arsenal.
You
Yeah.
missed an opportunity to say 1-0 to the Arsenal. Mecca?
I said 3-2. I'll probably being slightly
3-2.
over generous, but yeah, I'll go 3-2. Yeah. Tight
Right,
game.
I'm gonna go 2-0. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I've never predicted Leeds to lose. I'm gonna say that Arsenal are gonna have a complete and utter meltdown, especially Arteta. Buonanotte is gonna come on and do something really stupid, and force a nervous breakdown from Arteta. Right then, just enough time for what's your thing.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing this. Fucking hell.
The Roaring Peacock podcast.
I know, yeah. I always think match review is match review and main cast, and main cast is our thing. But go on, Barney, you must have a thing.
That's not a thing.
Well, we're not together on Thursdays, so
We're not this Thursday, no. Sorry.
I said early doors, and I watched the last one last night. I cried. It's such a nice little ending to it. So yeah, that's about it, really.
You're a big softy, Barnes.
I am. I cry anything.
Corporal Callahan, evening, gents. Hope all is well. And the UK flag, and he looks like he's a soldier as well. So I salute you, Corporal Callahan, for your service. Doing very well, thank you. Here we go. Roger's having a great time in the comments. I don't know what's worse, a happy clapper or a Farke flag waver, regardless of an implosion.
Whatever. Yeah.
As long as you're having a good time, Roger.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
My thing, did I mention 1,000 blows? 1,000 blows. I've binge watched that over the last couple of nights. So 1,000 blows is good.
It's about a boxer, is it?
Well, it's sort of boxing in a pub in the Victorian times, and it's about a pub in London near Wapping, and good actors in it. Stephen Graham. So it's kind of loosely around boxing, but around the 40 Elephants, which was like a female sort of pickpocket gang in London in the Victorian times. It's really good. Yeah, it's really the sort of cinematography around the sets and the old Victorian London looks amazing, and some good acting performances, good story. It kind of does hook you in a little bit. So I'm just getting to the back end of season 2, but it's definitely worth a watch for anybody who's not had a watch of it.
Nice.
I also found out for the foodies amongst us that there's a really good restaurant that we used to go to in Sheffield called Domo, a Sardinian restaurant. It's really, really good. That's opening in Leeds in April as well. So I've just found that out today. I was talking to somebody who was telling me about them coming to Leeds. So that'll be one to go and have a go at, because it's really good food and nice people, and yeah, it's good setting down by the river in Leeds. So yeah, Domo, place from Sheffield, Sardinian food, really lovely street food and small plates and stuff. It's gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to trying that one out in a few months' time.
Like the Italian version of tapas.
Yeah, cicchetti. So small plates. Cicchetti, so small plates. But yeah, it's Sardinian, really nice, good people. Like I said, it was at Kellam Island in Sheffield, which is quite a cool place in Sheffield as well, but they're opening up in Leeds. So
love it.
Yeah, look forward to
nice
that.
One.
Yeah.
Well, we've just started a series called Steel. So I've been enjoying that on Amazon Prime. And I recently watched Ponies. That was good. So I can recommend that. Ponies of non-interest. Oh. Yeah, not the.
That was like
the equine
version of My Little Pony or something.
I've been watching Pony.
That was a euphemism for something.
No.
Feeding the horses.
Yeah. Set in the 70s, and it's about female spies working for the CIA, trying to sort of uncover some dirt on the KGB. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Final few of your comments then. Scooby D2, how do, Scoob? Second series disappointing. First okay. He's talking about 1,000 blows, I think. And the spoiler alert: look out for Michael Caine impression.
I think I was on about. Yeah, I did pick up on that. That's quite funny.
Oh my God! 1 hour and 20 seconds exactly.
Oof.
Fuck you. Let's go.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's literally go.
Get in.
Nice one. All right, we'll see you